Morgan County, Georgia, located in the Southeast's largest and fastest growing metropolitan area, has long been renowned for its bucolic landscapes, agrarian lifestyle, and picturesque historic towns. Incorporated in 2000 by Katie Vason and her family and now celebrating its 25th anniversary, the Madison-Morgan Conservancy has been working to protect this productive, wild, and beautiful place and has grown to be a leader in the state's conservation community.
They're really looking at the county as a whole and trying to protect all aspects of what we love about Morgan County.
This hyper-local effort is now growing into a regional land trust, working to protect a critical mass of land by managing sprawl through permanent land protection. Georgia is ranked 5th in the nation for the loss of farmland. Given its location within metro Atlanta, the development pressure Morgan County is facing is intense. The Madison-Morgan Conservancy, a local powerhouse of advocacy, has worked with local governments to balance that growth with conservation.
The Madison-Morgan Conservancy is a real important part of our community. I can't say enough good about what they do along with the county government to protect the rural farmland as much as possible.
Recently, the Conservancy and the Morgan County Board of Commissioners jointly funded 2 studies. One is the critical mass study, which showed we needed to retain 75,000 acres in productive land and protect 20,000 acres as soon as possible.
With 9,000 of those 20,000 acres already protected in Morgan County, the Madison-Morgan Conservancy's goal is to protect an additional 11,000 acres by 2030. The second study, the Cost of Community Services Study, quantified the value of farmland to the county's tax base. Farmland pays 5 times more in taxes than it receives in services, effectively subsidizing the other land uses. These 2 studies compelled the county commissioners to fund farmland protection up to $250,000 per year.
Morgan County has now become the 3rd county in the state that is actually putting money towards farmland protection, and they're kind of putting their money where their mouth is.
Through strong partnerships, the Madison-Morgan Conservancy helps landowners meet their unique preservation goals. Most of this work is focused on permanently protecting land through conservation easements.
A conservation easement is a protection of your land against mainly larger development or splitting it up. For that, you can be compensated through a number of ways. So you can monetize your land without actually selling it in order to preserve it.
In its 25th year, the Conservancy is growing into a regional land trust to meet the growing demand for conservation easements in this area.
Conservancy's push to become a land trust allows us to work with our landowners and farmers and allows us to begin this process with them up until the closing table.
So that's a big opportunity for us to grow ourselves and monitor those easements.
The Conservancy's Regional Land Trust will also facilitate partnership programs like the Working Farms Fund. Lisa Phelps worked with the Conservation Fund to both protect her family's farm and help a younger farmer afford to lease the land for cattle.
We got a good price for it, and it's preserved. It's like I got it all, and just never dreamed that would even be an option. So it means a lot.
In 2018, the Madison-Morgan Conservancy established an Endangered Properties Revolving Fund to protect not only farms and forests, but historic places as well. It allows the Conservancy to be proactive in protecting the resources this community values.
What the fund does, it then takes the money that we have and uses that money to purchase that property and to help stabilize it and then to market it. So once that property is sold, then that money goes back into the revolving fund and will be used for another project or another program.
In its first 5 years, the $1 million revolving fund permanently protected 190 acres and saved 3 historic structures from demolition, proving the effectiveness of this financing tool. With even more capital, the revolving fund would position the Conservancy to secure larger properties as they become available, ensuring that critical landscapes are protected before they are lost. The Madison-Morgan Conservancy's education and outreach is the foundation of the conservation success in Morgan County. The Conservancy brings timely and relevant information to residents, landowners, and elected officials, and encourages all ages to learn about and get involved in conservation.
The land stewardship workshop, that's where I learned more about the Working Farms Fund, and then the other programs like ASEP and how they worked, how you applied for them, the process.
Even the kids get involved.
One of my favorite programs that the Conservancy does is our Junior Conservancy Board.
Our junior board allows our younger generation in Morgan County to get involved, and then our Derby Day party that we have every year is also a big event that we put on yearly as well.
All of this takes vision, hard work, and funding. Through membership, the Derby Day fundraiser, and foundation support, the Conservancy's board and staff have perpetuated a local conservation effort unlike any other in the state.
I think everybody in Morgan County benefits from the Conservancy's work, whether they realize it or not.
And it's just a really wonderful sense for me of belonging someplace and being part of someplace, and now helping to preserve and protect that place for future generations.
If we really want to keep Morgan, got to put our money where our mouth is and show up for the Conservancy.